Hey guys. Oh Lord, I'm so close. Oops, hold on. Here I go. I'm gonna put these lights on here. Hold on. Put these lights on. Let's get some lights on this subject. I need to hook up my what's the name here because it's really like not good anymore. Gotta find a light to put this in. I need a plug. I don't have a plug. Okay, sorry guys. Sorry about that. Hey guys, how you guys doing? I took some moment off because I wanted to bring some information to you guys. I know you guys want to know what's going on with Mr. Kelly, right? You want to know what's going on, and I was on live earlier, and the world is mine brought something to my attention. She stated that Mr. Kelly had won a $4 million lawsuit. So when I started checking into it, I found out it's not the case. The case is that the court upheld that Heather William was entitled to the funds, the $4 million. But I'm going to go ahead and read everything over to you so you guys could get a whiff. I just lost it. Damn it. Oh, I just threw it away. Just threw it away just now. Hold on. But I'll get it for y'all. Don't worry. Don't worry. I just threw it away inside my little catch me all stuff. Okay, here we go. So what happened is Heather William had won a lawsuit by default because Mr. Kelly's attorneys did not reply. That the attorney at the time, not Jennifer. It has nothing to do with Jennifer, but the attorney at the time did not reply to the lawsuit, and therefore there was a judgment in the based on the default, right? So then I guess the attorneys went back to appeal it, and the appellate court upheld it. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to read to you exactly what what happened. It says the appeal panel preserves $4 million default judgment. A state appeal panel has upheld a $4 million default judgment a county court entered against singer R. Kelly in connection with the allegations of sexual abuse. The Illinois First District Appellate Court, so it's not the Supreme Court. I know Daddy Lolo was on live with me earlier, and he had mentioned about the Supreme Court. It's the First District Appellate Court that made this decision. It has nothing, but what they did is use the Supreme Court's Rule 23. That's where that Supreme Court comment came in earlier. It wasn't that the Supreme Court made this decision. It's the appellate court, the First District Appellate Court did that. Okay. Let me finish reading it to you guys. It says Justice Ellen Colin wrote the opinion. Justice Michael Hyman and Carl Walker concur. The order was issued under Supreme Court Rule 23, which may restrict its use as precedent. Okay. In April 2019, Cook County Circuit Court Judge James Flanner awarded $4 million to a woman identified as Heather Williams. Okay, Heather Williams. The result of her lawsuit accusing Kelly of violating the Childhood Sexual Abuse Act. So we got to find out what that act is. So we're going to find out what that is and what is the statute of limitation on that one. Okay. All right. According to a report published by Courthouse News, William initially sued in February 2019, making allegation about Kelly going back to 1998 when she was 16. According to the appeal panel, Kelly filed a petition to have Judge Flanner vacate the default ruling, initially winning an extra 28 days to answer the initial complaint or enter a plea. He also won a stay publishing deadline to June. However, Kelly failed to convince the judge Williams' complaint was outside statutory limitation. Kelly continued to press that the defense in circuit court, while also invoking Fifth Amendment privilege against self incrimination testimony. In January 2020, Zaid Aldalam, Shady Yansam, and Raid Shalabi of Aladine Law withdrew their representation of Kelly. So while this lawsuit was going on, they withdrew their representation. So that means Robert was not represented at all when this thing was filed. Okay. Um, when Kelly didn't retain new attorney or have anyone appear on his behalf on February 25th, Judge Flanner entered a default order against Kelly and granted William motion for summary judgment in liability. Flanner awarded $2 million in compensatory damages and another $2 million in punitive damages at a March 10th, 2020 hearing. 6 months later, new attorney Brian Nix filed a motion to vacate default judgment. Okay, that was on 2020, right? No, that was 2021. In February 2021, Jordan Zaytov LLC filed another petition to vacate, reinstating Kelly's statutory limitation defense and saying Appellate, whatever the name is, law didn't send along information after learning Nix agreed to appear on Kelly's behalf. So these lawyers was on some shenanigan. They didn't have their act together. The firm further argued Kelly couldn't address the default judgment because of COVID mitigation regarding outside contact while Kelly was detained at the Metropolitan Correctional Center as part of a federal crime proceeding. Those proceedings were are district from a federal criminal trial in New York that resulted in a 30-year prison sentence for Kelly on conviction after racketeering and sex trafficking. Flanner ultimately denied Kelly's motion to vacate on June 16, 2021, prompting an appeal in which Kelly argued his meritorious defense had been discredited and any default judgment is direct result of miscommunication among attorneys. In the appellate opinion, Colan explained Kelly's attempt to invoke a statutory limitation as an affirmative defense was adjudicated and rejected and can't be revised, adding Kelly has also failed to establish due diligence in filing his petition. How is that his fault, y'all? He's in jail. Isn't that his attorneys that's supposed to be taking care of all that? This is crazy. It's all about the Benjamin, y'all. Kelly claims Abbott Law never provided notice of its withdrawal. Wow. So the attorney withdrew without Mr. Kelly even knowing it. Oh my God. Wow. But Cullen said the record shows notice of motion had been delivered to him at MCC. Y'all, oh my God. While Kelly was not permitted to have in-person meeting with lawyers in MCC, he wasn't denied telephone calls. In any event, Cullen wrote, the negligence of his attorney does not excuse Kelly from his own failure to exercise due diligence in defending this action. Wow. The panel further explained that there was no dispute concerning central fact that would need to be sufficient to vacate Flanders' judgment and ultimately affirm the denial of Kelly's petition. Y'all, unfair. 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 So, what is your opinion on this? What is your opinion on this? This is crazy. I'm going to put this link in here so you guys can hear. This is absolutely absurd. This is crazy. So, first, the attorney didn't show up. Then, the new attorney says the old attorney didn't give him the paperwork. The old attorney claims that he withdrew and they didn't give him notice of them withdrawing. So nobody sat there to represent him on this case. Then the judge said it's his fault. Real weird, isn't it, y'all? But anyway, I'm gonna play something to you because we're gonna talk a little bit about the RICO thing because I got something I want to play for y'all, right? And this is back up some to help you understand the previous ruling. That's crazy. It doesn't make sense, but this is the way it's set up which was for him to fail. Yeah, they made him bankrupt first. They took his money. First they stopped his music from being played. Then he couldn't go do concerts anywhere because they had the Mute R. Kelly campaign going on. And that was just the beginning of for them to come after him, you know? So remember that saying I say? Okay. So it's terrible to be an innocent man and poor. Excuse me. I was yawning and then all of a sudden I had a cough. I'm gonna go ahead and play this for you guys. I thought he won. No, Ruby. She had it incorrect. No, he lost. He lost. They affirmed the judgment, the default judgment. So that was incorrect information earlier. That's why I had to go and check things out because I don't want to put out all false information without having the facts on things, you know. Yep, it is terrible to be innocent and poor. All right, let's go ahead and play this for you guys. I'm gonna play this. Hold on. This is an interview from NPR. I do not own the rights to this. Let me just go ahead and put my little thing here. copyright disclaimer under the section 107 of the copyright of 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for the purpose such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. And this is from the NPR News. One second, good people. All right, here we go. All right, here we go. All right, here we go. Here we go. I'm going to play it for you guys. Here we go.
The leader of a kind of a criminal enterprise. Here's NPR's Andrew Limbong on what to look for in the prosecution and defense of R. Kelly.
Prosecutors say that as R. Kelly traveled across the country and abroad to perform at concerts, his entourage, or enterprise as prosecutors call it, would recruit women for Kelly to engage in illegal sexual acts with. R. Kelly has pleaded not guilty to all the criminal charges.
The primary charge in the case is racketeering, or RICO, as a lot of people have heard it.
That's Maura Penza. She's a former prosecutor in the Eastern District of New York, where the R. Kelly trial is taking place.
To be convicted of racketeering, you would need to show that the enterprise existed,
that there was this network of managers and handlers and drivers all working together.
And then you would show that R. Kelly committed at least 2 of those racketeering acts within a 10-year span.
Okay, y'all. So we already know that the first part does not exist because according to the Chicago case, those individuals were not found to be part of an enterprise, right? So, all right, let's finish.
In a 10-year span.
But what does an enterprise look like, and how do you go about proving one? Well, Penza knows a thing or two about prosecuting high-profile RICO cases involving sexual activities. She was the lead prosecutor.
Okay, now here's when they remember, guys, I was telling you guys they used Ranieri's case, right? Because Ranieri was indicted and convicted on June 19, 2019, right? When did R. Kelly get arrested? July 2019. So they had already had a case in precedent. So once they get Robert, they're going to use the other case as a way to get Robert, okay? Listen, but you got to remember, in Ranieri's case, they had a whole bunch of people they indicted as well, not just one person, not just Keith.
Prosecutor in the federal case against Keith Raniere in the NXIVM sex cult case.
There was more structure when you looked at NXIVM, right? There were these pyramid organizations with Keith Raniere at the top and with the same kind of key players at the top of all of these other organizations. With R. Kelly, it's a little looser. You're going to have this concept of the entourage, but what you're going to see is that I'm sure there is commonality in some of the players over time in terms of some of the individuals who were helping him perpetuate crimes. And you will see that they all had this common purpose.
Penza says people mostly associate RICO with more traditional organized crime, mafia type cases. But in the last few years, the Eastern District in particular has used RICO in new ways to target other types of organized crimes, such as her NXIVM case and the corruption case involving the soccer organization FIFA a few years back.
It's a very powerful tool that the prosecution has.
Chicago-based lawyer Andrew Lyon is the former dean of Valparaiso Law School. She says you could argue that federal prosecutors overuse RICO statutes as a way of broadening the amount of evidence they can use to build their case. In R. Kelly's instance,
my guess is the reason that they're using RICO is in order to be able to introduce evidence of acts of other people, putting somebody on a plane or going and getting them or that kind of thing. Because if it's an organization, then they can bring in these other acts of other people, and it makes Mr. Kelly look worse.
Kelly is also facing separate federal charges in Illinois for sexually abusing girls and women. line says the result in New York could impact R. Kelly's credibility going forward.
If they get a conviction on any of the counts that they have in New York, it virtually ensures that he cannot testify in Illinois because they can impeach him, that is, confront him with the prior conviction.
All the more reason why this week's trial could have a huge impact. Andrew, news.
Okay, now y'all see this. This was done last year. This interview was done last year. And they was basically telling you because of what they did in New York, it was impossible for Mr. Kelly to defend himself, especially trying to testify because he's been found, well, declared guilty in the New York trial, which prevented him to even have a real defense on the state. But here's not the state, the federal in Illinois. But here's a good thing. Now that Darrell McDavid and June Brown has been found not guilty, because they were supposed to be considered to be like the other parts of the RICO, because even though they were not charged in New York, they were charged in Chicago, but Chicago failed to prove that there is an enterprise. So now that is going to be a stronger case for Mr. Kelly in the New York appeal. So I look forward to Mr. Kelly's appeal because I believe that he will be vindicated in all these charges. And like I say, it's all about the dollar bill, y'all. Because if you notice, all these people, do you remember the restitution they talked about the other day? And they're still trying to recalculate, because they're trying to get the man's money. They're trying to bankrupt him. They're trying to do everything they can because they know he is worth so much when he comes out. And his catalog, all of this started off with him wanting his catalog. His catalog is worth so much money that they're trying to prevent him from ownership of that. That's what it's all about. Yeah, exactly. Same thing they did to Mr. Bill Cosby. If anybody don't understand what's going on, guys, come on, wake up. Wake up. You have to see this writing on the wall. All right, but I've got something else to play for y'all. Just bear with me. All right, let's see here. Okay, some of you guys, they are doing it a lot of black men in entertainment industry. Yeah, definitely, Shirley. They're definitely doing it. I don't understand how people are not seeing everything that's going on. The hate train is so strong for Mr. Kelly. It's ridiculous. It is so strong. All right. Hey, Whoopi Rock. They got bad news on top of bad news when will the good news come. It's coming. It's coming. It's coming. You gotta stay focused and positive. Gotta trust God, y'all. Trust Him. Yep. So, in God's timing. Yep. Exactly. Let me get my camera going. It says Sylvia Mods, happy Saturdays. Happy Saturdays to you too. God's timing is the best timing, and all demons will be shaken. Yep. All right, let me put the link in here so if anybody want to come in and have a discussion about this. It's really crazy. If anybody don't understand what it's all about money. It's all about promises being made and people doing backdoor deals in regards to Mr. Kelly. I could have sneezed. Excuse me. There is good news in this. Juicy says, there is good news in this. God is revealing all the corruption surrounding Robert. All this has to be done in order for God to fully free his anointed one. Trust God's timing. Amen. Amen, Juicy. You're absolutely right on that. Like I told y'all before, people think when people are going through something, it means that God's not with them. No, God is exactly with them because you're going to see how they move, how they grow from this, how they rise from situations like this when you know nobody else did it but God. Nobody else did it but God. And let me tell you, anytime you get money like Judas got money, you know how Judas got that money? What he ended up doing? He ended up killing himself with that, right? After he got the money. She says, just got in. Need a recap, please. I'm not gonna read this whole article, Ken, but it's basically talking about the appeal was reaffirmed, denied on Robert's part, but affirmed in Heather Williams getting that $4 million. Just 1 second. I was trying to get something for you guys. And you see all over the place, all the cops showing that he's ordered to pay $300,000 to for sex crime. I mean, it's just like all over. That's all you see. It's all over. Anything negative about Mr. Kelly, you see it all over the paper. You see this? It's just like crazy, y'all. It's really crazy. It's sad, but it's crazy. It's just they want to ruin this man's name totally. You notice all of this stuff has to do with 30 million, 30 this, 30 days, 30 years, 300,000, threes. Listen to this. This is what the New York Daily News put out. It says R. Kelly's fans donated nearly $28,000 to his prison commissary account, right? R. Kelly super fans. Okay, I'm gonna play it for y'all. I'm gonna let y'all listen to it. Hold on, I'm gonna let y'all listen to it.
R. Kelly's fans donated nearly $28,000 to his prison commissary account. Lawyer. R. Kelly superfans have put nearly $28,000 into the disgraced Randy B. Singer's prison commissary account, his lawyers revealed at a hearing in Brooklyn federal court Wednesday. That money, which was seized to pay the fines associated with his sex trafficking conviction, will likely dry up, defense attorney Jennifer Bonjean said. They were people making $100 here, $100 there, Bonjean said at a restitution hearing before Judge and Donnelly, as Kelly watched via Zoom call, wearing an orange prison jumpsuit and a black mask. He couldn't make the trip from the Chicago federal jail, where he's being held because of an unspecified leg injury. Earlier this month, a Chicago federal jury convicted Kelly on 3 child pornography charges involving videotapes of him sexually abusing teenagers. He has a lot of fans, Bonjean said after the proceedings. They want to make his life a little easier in prison, so they make small contributions that added up over time. She said the fans can still make those donations, but she doubts they'll continue. They can do what they want, but not if the government's gonna come and take it all. I just don't think they will, Bonjean said. Kelly was sentenced to 30 years in prison in June on sex trafficking and racketeering charges in Brooklyn federal court for a 25-year scheme that saw him sexually abuse and psychologically torture young women and men. He was also ordered to pay about $140,000 in fines immediately, but the government moved to freeze his commissary account because he hadn't paid a dime. Wednesday's hearing centered on how much restitution Kelly would have to pay to 3 of his victims, 2 of whom must take expensive herpes treatments for the rest of their lives. Bonjean challenged the restitution payments, arguing that the government would need to prove that 2 of the victims got herpes from Kelly, and not someone else. The Daily News flash. 1 in 6 people have herpes, so it is not outside the realm of possibility that this woman did not get herpes from Mr. Kelly, the lawyer said. She also tried to haggle over whether one of the victims, Jane, who testified that the singer pulled her into his orbit at age 17 and subjected her to years of abuse, should be reimbursed hundreds of thousands of dollars for brand name herpes medication or generic drugs. I don't think it's a matter of pursuing a less expensive treatment. It's the same drug. The government has failed to demonstrate any need or any expectation that she would opt for Valtrex rather than just pocket the $250,000, Bonjean said. Donnelly pushed back, though, saying, "Nobody has cited anything to say that the defendant can dictate the type of medicine the victim can take." The judge set Jane's restitution at just over $300,000 to over-medication and therapy, and told prosecutors they'd have to recalculate their restitution request for another victim, based on confusion over medication prices. A third woman is not entitled to restitution, the judge said. Bonjean said she plans to appeal the judge's decision. Donnelly is still working out Kelly's repayment schedule. His lawyers describe him as indigent, with his song royalties tied up by pending court judgments. Federal prosecutors have said he has a pool of $5 million still available to him.
All right, so that's why I'm waiting on the transcript so you guys can hear everything that actually happened. So that's just a little bit of clipping of what happened and what they were discussing at the restitution hearing. So I gave you a little bit of clickbait on that. So that's what the justification is. The judge is giving that money for herpes medication and therapy. Now, y'all know for a fact the Supreme Court, the appeal court is going to knock that money back down because they're not going to. Trust me. When I went to Cardi B's trial, one of the things the judge did, Shannon, she's back, y'all. Hey, sis, she's back. She's back. I'm so glad she is back. She's feeling better. She's back to herself, hopefully. Yeah, but as I was saying, I got distracted by seeing Miss Shannon, but I'm glad to see you back. But that is one of the things that their argument is for with that money. And as I was saying, when I went to Cardi B's trial, remember, they were originally going to give them $250,000. Remember that? And then the judge kind of talked to them like, "Oh my God, what the heck?" Sorry, y'all. My phone is just it's talking Asian. Okay. When I went to Cardi B's trial, the judge knocked that $250,000 down to $20,000. Remember? Because that was excessive. They went way and beyond that, right? So, and you heard the judge, the lady just said the judge had the nerve to talk about, you don't tell them what kind of drug to use. Oh my God, y'all, I can't wait to get this transcript. I can't wait to read it, y'all. I heard it's 38 pages, she said. I can't wait to read it. I can't wait to read it. Can't wait. Oh, I can't wait to hear this, y'all. Woo! Okay. Making mine $308,000 for herpes and therapy. Okay. Miranda! Oh my gosh, everybody's coming in. What's going on? You sent me an email? What did you send me? You ain't sent me no email. You ain't sent me no email, Miranda. Stop telling fibs. When you send me an email? I ain't getting not one lick of email from you. You must be sending somebody else's email. You didn't send it to mine. Hey, Paula. Paula's up in here. Everybody's coming in. Hey, guys. Hey. Yeah. Yeah, guys. So I'm about to get off because you know me. I'm trying to I gotta get me some food in my belly. And I just wanted to come in here and give you a little bit of clickbait a little bit because there's a lot of people that's on live. There's a lot of people on live and I see my numbers have gone down. And is the storm coming to your area? I heard it was supposed to be coming here, but I don't know. I hope not. But anyway, that's what I wanted to bring you guys' attention. So hopefully this week I'll have the transcript. Well, she said I should have it real soon. I'm just waiting for her to get it to me. As soon as she get it to me, I'll be reading it to you guys. So you guys get to hear exactly what is being said at the hearing. Something else I was about to say to you. Oh, don't forget, Wednesday, please pray for Rob. Thursday I'll be in Chicago Wednesday. Thursday is the hearing. So y'all, it's just another end of the story. But you know what? Stay strong, guys. Believe and trust. In the complexity for the protection. All right. Peace out. I got to go talk to my girl. She's back to normal. All right. Later, guys. Bye. Let's play our R. Kelly song. Let's do this one. Hello.
Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3. Hold on now. Wait a minute, fellas. Wait a minute. I think it goes something like this. Whoa. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Can somebody take these burdens off of me? Off of me. Can somebody take these burdens off of me? Off of me. Cause every time I turn around, there's something trying to keep me down. Can somebody take these burdens off of me? Off of me. Whoa, can somebody take these burdens off of me? Off of me. Can somebody take these burdens off of me? Off of me. When I look up, don't you know, burdens knocking at my door. So won't you come and take these burdens off of me? Off of me. Oh, come and take these burdens off of me. Off of me. Somebody come and take these burdens off of me. Off of me. Soon as I get up off the ground, my burdens knock me right back down. Can somebody take these burdens off of me? Off of me. Somebody take these burdens off of me, off of me. Somebody take these burdens off of me, off of me. Somebody take these burdens off of me, off of me. Well, off of me, off of me. Oh, off of me, off of me. Well, off of me, off of me. Get them off of me, off of me. Come and break the chain. Come and break the chain. Off of me. Get it off of me. Off of me. Get it off of me. Off of me. I need somebody. I need somebody. I need some.
Okay, I'm sorry. I just want to tell y'all guys, I got my phone back. All of you guys have been leaving me messages. Dallas had this phone, and I got it back now. So I'm going to reply to y'all messages. All of you guys that have sent me calls and messages. I got the phone back. And you see all the little blue lines right here, all the little blue dots for all the people that have sent me messages. Oh my God, people were just sending me messages left and right. Oh my God, people were sending me messages about those transcripts too back then. But my phone was left behind, y'all. I told y'all. Call me on these phones here. You know, these other ones here. These. I didn't have this one. This one was left behind. The iPhone, I can't stand iPhones. I left this one behind. Dallas had this phone, and you guys was calling me, and I bet you I probably pissed off because I never replied to your messages. You should have emailed me. Should have emailed me. I see so many messages. Oh my God. So many messages. It's not my fault. Can't blame me. I told y'all I wasn't taking this phone with me. I was going to be left behind. I should have called me on these phones. All right. I'm going to go now. Because everybody getting mad. Well, she didn't return my call. She ignored my call. And I see a whole bunch of messages. Lord have mercy. A whole bunch of messages. Whole bunch of messages. How many messages I have here? Ooh, a month full. Oh, Lord. All right. Pretty phone case. Yeah, I'm a purple girl. I love purple. Purple. All kinds of purple. I'm a purple girl. Everything you ever see in mine is purple. You know, everything I do, like purple. Look, mouse pad, purple. Everything purple. I'm a purple girl. So if anything you like, you want to send me anything, make sure it's purple, whatever. It could be lilac, it could be just purple. That's my favorite color in my whole wide world. Purple. Okay, let me go. Bye, y'all. Oh, you're welcome, Paula. You're welcome. Bye, guys.